Hi and welcome to Kohana Studio Podcast. I am Kate, founder Kohana Professional and International Nail Champion. This podcast is all about nails, product secrets, and behind the scenes of Kohana brand. Whether you are a nail technician, salon owner, or just simply obsessed about nails, this podcast is for you. In the last episode, we were talking about the top coats, so today it's time for the nail prep.
I'm Amber. I'm the executive assistant at Kohana Professional, and I'm also an educator here at Kohana. Can we start by me asking why is it so important to have a good prep routine when you're doing nails?
Yeah, of course. Yes. So nail prep. Why the good prep is so important? Definitely to make sure the products what you apply they will last. Okay. So durability. Okay. For it's very important. The products will not lift. Yes. So mainly because of that.
And can you talk me through your typical prep routine? What do you like to do? Do you have any tips or tricks?
Okay. We can go through all my routine and every treatment. So first of all, when the client sit down, I start first with the antibacterial spray. Antibacterial spray do kind of like first basic cleanse of the hands, cleanse of the nails. Yes. Another thing, I push back the cuticles. Yes. Then I file the shape of the nail and then mat the surface of the nail plate. So matting is the first part that we have to be careful. First of all, we need to mat because gels and acrylics and generally nail products hate shiny and sleepy surface. They will just not stick to it. Okay, that's why very important is matting, but not filing. We cannot kind of like over file the nail plate because we can over file, so then the nail plate is too thin, too close to the nail bed, and then too many chemicals can be absorbed through our system. Another thing, dehydration. Okay, so dehydration with strong alcohol, for example, cleaner number one. Um, Difference between alcohols you see when you apply on the nail is cleaners and alcohols for dehydration of the nail plate. When you apply them, they evaporate themselves really fast. It's like 10 seconds and they are gone. Okay, so this means it's a dehydration, remove all the grease from the nail plate. Okay, so this cleaner number one. Next, we have to choose the good primer. Okay, so acid or acid-free primer. And maybe I stop here also. So I will explain you quickly a little bit difference between acid and acid-free. Acid, methacrylate acid, strong adhesion, works inside of the nail plate. You have to be very careful because it's acid can create a chemical burn if we use improperly and correctly and we apply, for example, on the skin or if we apply too much product. Okay, so just 3 dots and wait when it's completely dry before you apply your gel. Yes, before you apply your products. And then acid-free primer works on the outside of the nail plate and create kind of like double sticky tape adhesion. So it's kind of like stick to the nail plate and leave the sticky surface for the product. So in the difference, acid primer has to dry completely. Acid-free never dries and leave the sticky surface. Okay. So question when we use them. Acid is for problematic clients. Acid-free regular clients or normal, non-problematic. How you can judge that and decide it. So if you do first kind of like little interview with your client to know your clients a little bit better, do they suffer with any health issues? Do they take maybe any medications? You can also ask maybe they know already what skin type they are. Yes, if you will get more information, you can make more decisions in the end. Okay, so for example, oily skin type can create a little bit oily nail plate. Yes, that's why this acid primer will be good for people with more oily surface of the nail plate. Will dehydrate them from the inside. Yes, acid-free primer for regular clients who never suffer with chipping, with lifting. They just come back after a month and everything is perfect without the lifting. And then the acid primer for clients who can like kind of complain, oh, my nails are lifted, or you see yourself, maybe they don't know exactly, but they come back and the nails are lifting, so you can use the acid primer. So yeah, generally this about the primers. Okay, so always remember acid, problematic clients, acid-free, regular clients. After primer, it's time for base. So then you have to choose also the base you'd like to use. And like we mentioned in the previous episodes, Pro Base is a stronger base for heavy-handed client, and then softer version of Pro Base, Ultra Builder Base. So this would be my prep.
So at the beginning of your prep routine, you mentioned that you dehydrate the nail plate with your cleaner number 1. We have 3 cleaners in Kohana.
Yeah.
So could you tell us the difference between number 1, 2, and 3?
Good. Very good point, because I know we have these questions also. Cleaner number 1, number 2, and number 3. Number 1, nail prep. So this you do on the beginning. That's why it's number 1. It's your first step. Even if you look at the names of the cleaners, we have ready, steady, and go. So get your client ready, get the nails ready to go. Okay, so cleaner number 1 based on strong alcohol, like dissolvent alcohols. Yes, that's why when you wipe, they evaporate, they dry very fast and dehydrate the nail plate. Then cleaner number 2, this is the cleaner based on the isopropyl alcohol. So the difference to the first one, this one will never evaporate really fast. It doesn't do any dehydration for the nail plate. So we don't use this as a prep. That's why we say ready, number 1. Steady. Now the nail is steady. We build, for example, you do your builder in a bottle technique, especially with the new formulation of cover builder bases. When they are fully cured, they are still quite sticky. Some of you maybe prefer apply color or top coat on the dry surface. So if you like, you can wipe the surface, the sticky surface, with the cleaner number 2. This is for that. Or you work with the gel extensions. When you build all the nail, you have perfect structure, but you need to file to refine a little bit. Cleaner number 2. You could use number 1, of course you could, but the number 1 dehydrates, so it can make your skin again like really dry. No need for this. That's why we have this cleaner number 2. And then cleaner number 3, perfect shine glossy finish. Okay, so this cleaner is like number 2. Okay, but it has also cuticle oil included. That's why this is a perfect step for final finish. Okay, so before your clients go home, you can wipe at the end nicely around the skin, on the top, to make everything nice and dry, finish, non-sticky, and she can go home. So it's ready, 1, steady, 2, go. She's going home. Number 3.
So it's really simple. You have it laid out in a really nice order.
Everything is written down on the bottle. So if you forget, you can always read as well.
Perfect. Can you tell me, is there any mistakes that you could potentially make during your prep that you'd have to look out for?
Mistakes. Yes, for example, I always advise you to wear gloves. Okay, the gloves as well is not only protection from the chemicals, but also is a barrier from contact with clients' hands. For example, if it's a little wart or something, yes, and then you don't wear gloves and you touch and you're like, okay, this is the moment when you're like, okay, I always say wear gloves, and I did it, and now I feel it, I have a contact. So yes, definitely gloves protect you from this, but it's a very good routine for people who are during your work, you like touch everything. So if you don't use the gloves and you have like a little bit sweaty hands, or maybe use some cream or something, yes, our body produce sweats. We get sweaty, our hands can go a little bit more moist, and then if you touch the nails, you can apply unnecessary moist and grease on your client's nails, and this can cause lifting. Yes, for example. What else? Please don't overfile. Yeah, this is super, super important. Overfiling makes nail very weak, very bendy, very thin. Nail plate is a protection for this, what is underneath. And what is underneath? Nail bed. Yes, nail bed is a live part of the skin that can absorb everything because it's alive and can be very easily burned when the nail plate is too thin. So very important, we mat the nail. You can do this, of course, with a file, but always use correct grit, always over 180. So for example, we have files 180 to 40 or 240 by 240. Yes, this is designed for the natural nails.
And on nails that are overfiled, we wouldn't recommend using an acid primer.
Exactly. Good point. Yes, always. So please remember, acid primer, it's absolutely amazing. when I was doing nails first 16 years ago, acid-free didn't exist. Okay, so we always use acid primer. But yes, please remember, acid primer is amazing, is physically create on the nail surface like little hooks. So they will catch your product, catch your base, okay? So it's amazing, but too much or nail is overfiled, like you said, it goes directly to the nail bed, and this is not good.
This is causing chemical burn. Exactly. Yeah. It's good to know.
That's it for today. So thank you so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow and subscribe. Thank you so much. I wish you a lovely day and chat you soon.